And we're live, I think. Maybe. Possibly. Perhaps. Mayhaps. Go. Okay. We are live. Let me pull up chat. This is... Oh yeah. Oh, not okay, chat has been pulled up. Hi Moon. Hi Moon. I'm gonna post about the stream and then get into it. Hi Party Hat. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Live doing a Fnaf tier list. That's all I'm gonna say. Today's stream is... I'm doing good, Moon. I'm doing good. Yeah, today's stream gonna be an interesting one. Let me just... yeah. Also, we're joined by Kitty. Oh my god, I suck at this. Kitty. I'm good. I'm glad you're doing good, Moon. Stuttering on my words. Just got out of a meeting with one of my professors. So I'm all jumbled up. You finished Escape the Pizzaplex? Party Hat, what did you think of that? What did you think of that book? God, my framing's all messed up. Moon, I saw that you finished the week before. What did you think of it? I know, I saw your thoughts on it, but like, me personally, week before is my favorite FNAF book. So, I hope you enjoyed it. It's my favorite FNAF book of all time. It's just so good. It's so good. Such a good book. Ginny! Kitty. Alright, we'll give it another minute or so. See if anyone else joins, and then we'll get into the tier list. Yeah, it's been a minute since we've done a tier list. The last two streams were about the interactive novels. So this is a return to formula. Enjoyed it a lot? Good. Good. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed Escape the Pizzaplex, Party Hat, because I didn't. I won't say anything, just in case Moon intends on reading it. I don't want to, like, influence their opinion. But Escape the Pizzaplex is my least favorite interactive novel. My rankings go week before, then Return to the Pit, then VIP, then Escape the Pizzaplex. I think Return to the Pit gets way too much hate. I love that book. I wanna read Oswald getting ran over 50 times. That's what I want. That's what I want out of Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright, let's... So, as you know, last stream, we read through the incredible, I'll say it, we read through the incredible book, The Big Bite, written by myself, but more importantly, BJ. Yeah, we read through that. So, where does one go after reading such peak literature? Well, I think the answer is quite obvious. Stick with me. A lot of negativity about Escape the Pizzaplex. Oh, no. Do not let anyone else's opinion affect your playthrough, your read-through of the book. Just because one person doesn't like it doesn't mean another person won't. There are aspects of the book that I like. Like, I like how... Oswald getting ran over by Spring Bonnie in his dad's car 1,000 times. True, Party Hat. True. Alright. So, where does one go after releasing such peak literature as The Big Bite? Well... FNAF shipping tier list. Don't ask me why I'm doing this. I randomly got the idea this morning as I was getting ready for school. You know, we are out of things. We're out of things to rank now. We are out of things to rank. We've ranked the games, the music, the characters, the books. Which books would be the best games? We've ranked everything. We are out of things to rank on tier lists now. I randomly came up with this idea. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This might be a terrible, terrible, horrible idea for a stream, but you know what? I glitch. Yeah, look, I don't have anything else to rank on tier lists. We've done everything else. There's no... What games would make the best books? Shit, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. If only I thought of that. FNAF AR skins? No, we did that in characters. I don't know. Games being books would actually be... Oh no, Moon's excited for this. I thought you guys were gonna hate this. Games into books is actually a pretty fairly decent idea. Should we do that first? Because that's actually a really good idea. That's actually a really good idea. Here, I'm gonna do a poll. Which one should we do first? Book? Nope. Should we do games into books? Or should we save that for a different stream and just do ships today? We'll do... Oh god, you want to see it? No, you don't, Glitch. You don't want to see that. Hi, Backyard. Alright, go vote on the poll. Which one you guys want to see first? It's a 50-50 split right now. It's going back and forth. Ships is winning, though. Okay. Glitch, thank you for the idea. We will be doing that on a different stream, because that is a really good idea. I don't... Probably be pretty quick. Probably a pretty quick stream, like an hour maybe, but I do really like that idea. So, we'll be doing that. But first, 6-7%. Oh, I didn't even notice, Moon. Alright, well. So, I found this tier list this morning. Added 2, because I don't think they're on here. We're just going to go through it. I didn't change any of these tiers. They're exactly as the creator had written them. We've got They're in Love, Your Honor. We've got This Makes Sense. I Understand, but Not For Me. This is way too weird for me, I'm sorry, and Jail. Into the Pit would make a good book. You know what else would make a good book? Secret of the Mimic. Rest in peace, my beloved Tales games. Alright, well. Before we start, I do want to preface this, because this is, like, one of the only concerns I had with doing this tier list, other than it just being weird. I'm not... Obviously, majority of these characters are children or possessed by children. No. I'm purely talking about the animatronics, not the characters possessing them. Freddy, I'm talking about Freddy Fazbear, not Gabriel. For the kids that are on this, friendship. Don't you dare get it twisted, Don't you get it twisted, chat. With that out of the way, let's begin. Let's begin. I needed to preface that, because that's... You all know how the FNAF community can be sometimes. So, just want to get that out of the way. And, you know, this is supposed to be fun and cringe, make fun of people. Yeah. Gregory. Yeah, there's some weird ones in here. I've never heard of some of these. There's... Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Glad that's out of the way. Phew. Alright. Let me change the background music. We need something... Oh, we need ads. Thank you, Philly. Hurry up and release the week before the game. Actually, let me go to full screen for this. Alright, this one's good. Alright. Foxy x Golden Freddy. Chat, what do we think about Foxy x Golden Freddy? I'm gonna be honest. Most of these ships are pretty garbage. There's a few that are good, but some of them are just kind of meh. Foxy X Golden Freddy. I can't believe I just said that. Not really my cup of tea. Golden Freddy X Phone Guy, that's weird. If you've read Week Before, you know Phone Guy doesn't have a good history with any of the animatronics. What? Oh my god. Glitch, I get that reference. W reference. Yeah, lack of interactions is a big one for this. Yeah. A lot of these characters just don't interact, so we don't know how they would get along. Like, yeah. Bonnie X Michael Afton? No thank you, no thank you. I'm gonna, spoiler alert, but I'm only shipping animatronics and animatronics, and humans and humans. And when they're humans, adult and adult, kid and kid. Not any of that weird stuff. Bonnie X Freddy. Okay. This one makes sense, because in Security Breach, Glamrock Freddy and Glamrock Bonnie are gay for each other. So I can see this. Honestly, I do really like Bonnie and Freddy as a couple. They've been together since the beginning, right? With Fredbear's Singin' Show, with Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. They've been together for decades. So it makes sense that they would, develop feelings for each other. So this one, this makes sense. I understand this one. Probably my favorite ship of the original cast. Yes, Franny, yes. Party Hat is just flabbergasted. Bonnie X Foxy, eh. Poly OG animatronics. Party Hat, you're staying here the entire time. You are staying here, Party Hat. You're staying. I don't give you permission to leave. Everyone else, you can come and go as you please. Party Hat, you're staying. I don't know. Spring Fonny. Yes. Moon, you get it. Oh, if only Ard was here. Ard would love this stream. Yes, Glamrock styling is... Yes, exactly. Yes. Golden Freddy X Spring Bonnie. See, this is, again, going back to the whole Bonnie and Freddy thing. I don't... This is your UCN, yes. Yeah, I don't remember if Fredbear and Spring Bonnie are on here. But in case they aren't, I'm gonna consider this just Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. Foxy X Phone Guy, no. Foxy X Michael Afton, nope. Freddy and Golden Freddy, no. Oops. My mouse is being really weird right now, I don't know why. It's like getting stuck on something. Okay, Fnaf 2. This is when it really started to get freaky. Withered Bonnie X Withered Freddy, kinda mid. A lot of these are just gonna be mid. Mangle X Toy Bonnie. Oh, there's some weird Mangle ones I've seen. I don't know. Not my cup of tea. I don't really ship Mangle or Toy Bonnie with anyone. Not that I'm actively going out and shipping anyone. Foxy X Springtrap? No. Chica... Oh god. What's Glitch doing? Chica Bro X Freddy Bro. Maybe? The one coming up is Peak. Which one? Oh. Yeah, I don't know what this one's about. See, again, this is just lack of interactions. We don't know what they're like. Freddy Bro maybe with Oswald's dad, but I don't know. Michael Afton X Jeremy Fitzgerald X Phone Guy. Michael and Jeremy. We'll get to them. Phone Guy, you throw Ralph in there? I don't know. If it was just these two, absolutely. You throw in Phone Guy, and then that's a little... Okay, Charlotte and... Yeah, no. This jail tier is going to be for the ships we don't need to talk about. Glitch is a fan of Mike x Jeremy x Phone Guy. That's crazy. Crying Child x Sammy. See, my brother's name is Sammy, so I feel weird ranking this one. Yeah. This one we're gonna put in jail too. Maybe not. Like, so I don't know. Jail tier, I'm thinking, is for like any ships that are adult and child. Child and child is another thing. Jail should purely be for pedophilia. Yeah. We'll keep that at the bottom, though. Yeah, friends. Friends, but not shipped. Thank you, Glitch. You saved me. Yeah. I can see them being friends. If Sammy existed in the games, which I don't know. I don't know if he does. I can see them being friends. God, we should have included that in the Big Bite interactive novel. Elizabeth and her mom. Elizabeth and Fritz. I'm gonna be honest. I think all of Elizabeth's ships are mid. They're kind of garbage. Kind of mid. I do. This might sound really weird. I do have a ship, friendship-wise. Yeah, I agree, Moon. When I'm talking about, like, ships for the kids, I'm purely thinking friendship-wise. Elizabeth wouldn't be friends with any of the missing children and innocent victims anyway, because we know Scrap Baby and Molten Freddy, they entered separated. They kicked Elizabeth out, so no. But I think Elizabeth and David Murray, if we ignore, like, the 10-year age gap between them, I think they could have been good friends. They both like ice cream. They both live in the same house. Their fathers are both, you know, presumably absent in their lives. I think Elizabeth and David. I think that's a good friendship. Mike and Mrs. Emily. Dude, that's crazy. Some of these are... Who is writing these? Who, like, I've never once seen someone ship Michael and Mrs. Emily. Like, I don't know who made this? Who made this tier list? We need to have a talk space. Mike and Gregory. Nope. Especially since Gregory's really similar to the Crying Child. Mike and Funtime Freddy. No. Alright, back to animatronics, thank God. Yeah, I don't know who's coming up with these things. I have never once seen any of these. Ballora and Funtime Freddy. See, Ballora is an interesting one. I don't see it personally. I don't see it. I don't see it. Ennard and the Puppet. Can only imagine the fan art. Jesus. Why is the puppet being shipped with so many sister location ones? Baby is designed after a literal baby, so not that one. I have no idea who these people are. I was supposed to look this up before the stream just so I knew. Who is Anna Quemto and Daniel Racha? Who are these people? Yes. Yes. Glitch, that's the perfect way to explain it. Yeah, exactly, Party Hat. That's... Yeah. Who is this? Who is Daniel Racha? Emails of Fnaf AR. He's the guy who asks, can I use the power tools? What? And Anna's like his boss? That's insane. That's insane! That's my favorite one we found so far. That's crazy. That's insane. That's such a neat... That's so niche. What? Dan is the guy who asks, can I use the power tools? And Anna is his boss. That's crazy. That's insane. No. You caught me, Glitch. I'm a FNAF AR LARPer. The only thing FNAF AR email related is I have _'s website favorited. That's so niche. That's insane. I love that. Alright, we've got our first S tier. Wait, Glitch, was that you? Did you Are you the one? Did you ask Underscore to make that website? Because I have that website saved in my favorites on, like, my Safari tab. Just in case I ever need to, like, look back at it. I didn't know you... That's crazy. Oh, that's cool. Vanessa X Glitch Trap. This one's... no. Especially if, you know... If Vanessa's an Afton in the games, and Glitch Trap is mimicking William Afton, that's a little... Vanessa X Moon... Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Cheap. Oh, you just asked him to send it to you. Okay. 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 I was gonna say. Boss and employee ships? Dude, I put that one in S tier because of how niche it is. I hope there's more ones like that. I know there's like a book ship in here with GGY, but I need more books. I need more book characters in here. Glamrock Bonnie X Moon. Nah, we all know who Bonnie's meant to be with. Come on, come on. We all know who that is. Poly Glamrocks. I can see it if... in a world where Glamrock Bonnie didn't exist, or even if he did and Monty wasn't there, maybe. This is a weird one. Foxy x Glamrock Freddy x Monty. It doesn't say, like, Roxy or Glamrock Foxy. It says Foxy. So I'm assuming this is just FNAF 1 Foxy and Glamrock Freddy and Monty. I don't... This one's kind of... ass. I don't know about that. Yeah, Greg and Tony are... Well, they were friends until, you know, the end of GGY. Baby and Bonnie, like, I've never seen these before. I've never seen one singular human being on the planet ship Circus Baby and Glamrock Bonnie. Baby and Vanny? No. Glamrock Bonnie and Glamrock Chica? Sorry, Glamrock Bonnie's taken. Edwin with himself, that's funny. Edwin and Fiona are in here somewhere. When we get to them, I have thoughts. That is something like... Yeah. Fazbear Freight's ship that you will not be saying. Party Hat's been scarred, guys. Glamrock Chica and Sun, that's weird. Glamrock Freddy, X Sun, X Moon. So this is basically Kellen Goff. I was going to say something I shouldn't have said, so I'm glad I didn't say it. This is an interesting one. Kellen Goff, makeout session with himself. Jeremy X Mangle. Yeah, the bite. Actually, that's... Arnold X the Mimic. I think this is the only Arnold ship, by the way. Justice for Moon. This is, Roxico. Oh, I think she's on here. I think they're on here. Arnold and the Mimic. Moon, I'm gonna need the professional Arnold expert's opinion on Arnold X the Mimic. I'm gonna need to see what you think about this. Arnold X the Mimic. I think this would be an abusive relationship, unless it's like, you know, father and son. You know, after the storytime ending, Arnold adopts M2 as his son because he's mimicking David. You know, I can see that. That's true. Mimic ships are weird after Secret of the Mimic. I think this is the only one. I don't think the Mimic's on here, otherwise. Yeah, Dispatch is on here. Mimic and Mixus before Secret of the Mimic? That's insane. It's the worst Arnold ship? Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Honestly, you'd probably have a better chance of shipping Arnold with one of the random mascot costumes, so I can see it. In fact, I'll keep it at the bottom of this tier. I was gonna say I'm gonna move it into jail tier, but I will. Yeah, I really like the idea of Arnold adopting M2 as like his son. Also, I just thought of something that this is forgetting. I forgot it. Damn. Oh, Edwin and M1. You know, not Fiona, but M1. Might have to add that. We'll see. I did have to add these two because they're missing. Arnold and Daisy adopt M2. Trust. Yes. Yes. Moon, we found one of the endings for your interactive novel. Yes. Yeah. Although, doesn't it take place like the same night? So, never mind. Never mind. Forget what I said. Forget what I said. Michael and Freddy, bro. No. No. Where did I put the other ones? Right there. Puppet X Springtrap is... Don't know about that one. Bonnie X Springtrap, Cassidy X Fritz? Don't know about that one. Where was I? Oh, just right here. I do think the missing children incident victims are friends because of their situation. You know, they are all murdered by William. They all show up at Happiest Day. I do think they're friends. Yeah, that's about all. I don't know where I was going with that. Chica X Gregory. Yeah, I was going to say, Moon. I realized Arnold doesn't really... Yeah. What if... You know that Bite by Night skin of Mimic wearing Arnold's clothes? What if one of your endings is... I don't know if Mimic's going to be in it. What if one of the endings is mimicking Arnold? That would be weird. Again, I admit I'm a LARPer. I don't know if your interactive novel is gonna have Daisy like confront the Mimic, but I think that'd be cool. If like Mimic pretends to be Arnold, I think that'd be cool. Yes, I was not that one. Yeah. Glamrock Chica x Roxanne. This one's pretty peak. This one's pretty peak. This one's pretty peak. This one's pretty good. Henry X Edwin. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool, Moon. That's cool. She does confront the Mimic. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Henry X Edwin. Problematic. At least they're grown men. It's really traumatizing for her. Yeah, I imagine. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Hippo X Orville. You have a... Really? You have a mutual who ships Henry and Edwin? That's... Is it Stick? I bet it's Stick. Never did like that Stick guy. Yeah. Henry is one of the main reasons Edwin's life fell down the... What? Yeah. Really? That's crazy. You guys both have... Oh, that's insane. This one's... I'll put it at the top of this one. Maybe... I'll move it to the bottom of A tier, actually. Alright, Mrs. Afton and Mrs. Emily. So, everyone wonders, you know, where's Mrs. Afton? Where's Mrs. Emily? We never see them in the games. We do see them in the books. You know, Mrs. Emily's obviously in the books, and, you know, Mrs. Afton gets, like, a brief cameo in the fourth closet. You know, I think after Mrs. Emily ran away with Sammy in the novel trilogy, Mrs. Afton went with her. I think that's obviously what happened. This one's going into S tier. Okay, this is the first ship that makes sense. I don't want to discredit most of these, but you know, this one's canon. This one's actually canon. Well, other than Bonnie and Freddy. Oswald's dad and Oswald's mom? Yes! Yeah, yes! They're married. They have a son. That's good. We see that they're great together. They have a very healthy relationship. Oh my god. This is so peak. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna move this one up, actually. Yes, this one's good. Yes. Yes. Yes, and we have Yuri on the same one. Yes! Mrs. Afton's probably dead. Yeah, they broke out and moved in together. Absolutely. Oswald's mom and Into the Pit Spring Bonnie. That's insane, Party Hat. I kind of wish that was on here now. I'm just thinking of that one video. Did Spring Bonnie clap Oswald's mom? And there's another one. Did Edwin and the Mimic clang? Yeah. I know, a healthy relationship in Fnaf. That's crazy. Yes. Like, the only one. Like, I don't know about the books, but, like, that's crazy. Party Hat, you're one of us now. Yes. Oswald's mom and Pit Bonnie. Yeah. Again, the only thing I can think of whenever I think of them together is, did he clap Oswald's mom? You watched the Edwin and M1 video? Same. I watched both those videos. It was fairly decently researched, and that's where we're going to leave that. Baby and Ennard is weird. Nah. Elizabeth and Henry, no. Foxy and Glamrock Chica? Again, I don't know what this obsession is with shipping Foxy with the Glamrocks. Glamrock Bonnie and Roxanne, again, no. Vanessa and Glamrock Freddy, no. Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown. But Vanessa, Officer Vanessa, I'm a material girl. Vanessa x Roxanne, no. William and Spring Bonnie. Yeah. Oh, glitch. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, and the log ride in Ruin. At the end, you see Foxy and Chica together. Yeah, I can see that. William and Spring Bonnie. Yeah, maybe it's, you know, a one-way thing, but William definitely has a weird obsession with Spring Bonnie. Yeah. So this one's... yeah. William and Springtrap? Yes and no. I mean, William enjoys being... to an extent, William does enjoy being Springtrap. Because, you know, he gets the power, he gets the immortality, he gets all that. But at the same time, you know, he's in pain. You know, we still have those FNAF 3 screens where he's ripping the face off. Dead by Daylight, he does the same thing. In the books, he gets out of the Spring Bonnie suit, which is weird. So I don't know about this one. I'm going to put it in This Makes Sense. William being Springtrap is really, really deep. Really, someone shipped themselves with Spring Bonnie because they... oh my god. Holy mid. Charlie and Susie is weird. Although I guess, you know, we're looking at it like friendship, so... Foxy and Roxanne. Eh. I think I prefer Foxy and Chica to Foxy and Roxy. But... to be fair, one could argue that Roxy was part of Foxy's pirate crew, so they have history there. The Puppet X Mike, no. God, no. Mrs. Afton and her son, ew. Spring Bonnie was an accomplice to several murders. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Glitch. Lefty and Molten Freddy. No. Mangle and Springtrap. I know this one's popular. Back in the day, yeah. Still no. Foxy and Glamrock Bonnie and Monty. Any ship that has Glamrock Bonnie and Monty together is kind of dead on arrival. Kind of dead on arrival, because Monty and Bonnie are... wrong. Gabriel and Susie, yeah. Mangle and Withered Foxy, the two contenders for the Bite of 87. Not my cup of tea. DJ Music Man and Glamrock Freddy. I'm assuming this stems from the one line Glamrock Freddy has about him where he says, "Say hi to the DJ. He's such a nice fellow." What do we count Springtrap as? I view Springtrap more as human rather than an animatronic. Maybe. I mean, I'm looking at it now. I put Springtrap in the puppet there. So, no. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. Yeah. These ones are going to move down. Because Springtrap is technically a guy. But it's weird because he's not like a robot. I don't know. Hi, Go-Go Gadget. You were just at a carnival? Fall fast! Fall fast! Ah! DJ Music Man and Freddy. Again, if Freddy and Bonnie weren't, you know, together, or once wanted to be together, then maybe, but, you know. Yeah, Spring Bonnie is a character, but Springtrap's weird, because it's like a mix of the two. Elizabeth, Cassidy, and Charlie. Our girl bosses, let's go. Girls get it done. Carnival news tomorrow. We're gonna summon Stick. God, if I ever see Stick. Smack him. Chat, do we think Elizabeth, Cassidy, and Charlie would be friends? Because Elizabeth and Cassidy are both in Ennard, and obviously they split. Cassidy and Charlie are probably friends. Elizabeth and Charlie? Probably, because they're both the daughters of the two creators of Freddy's. And in the movie, Vanessa and Charlie are friends. So, I do think there's a friendship there. I think there's a friendship here. I don't think there's a friendship here. The Mimic on a really tall set of chairs. Bro. The Powerpuff Girls? Oh my god. Oh my god. You're right, yeah. Because there's red hair, blue hair, black hair. That's funny. Okay, I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. Okay, Elizabeth and the Crying Child. I don't even know if they... I mean, I do think they met, but I don't even think they were, like, friends when they were alive. Because, like, I think... Like the movies, I think Abby was born... Not Abby, I think Elizabeth was born... Maybe not right after Bite Victim died, but, like... very shortly before. Like, I think in the games, Elizabeth is 5 when she dies in 1985, so she'd be born in 1980. I think Bite Victim is 7 when he died, so he'd be born in 1976. So I don't know if they would really get to know each other all that well. I don't know. Yeah, plus the green one is the most angry out of the three. Dude, we've found the Powerpuff Girls in Fnaf now. That's insane. I don't know. No, never mind. I do kind of feel bad for ranking, like, if we're looking at it through the lens of them being friends, we should probably treat this one like that, but I don't know. This is so weird. Why did I think this was a good idea? I should have just left out the humans. I don't know why I kept them in here. Alright, but for the sake of being able to sleep at night, I'm going to put it in jail tier. Sweet home, yeah, sweet home. Chica and Toy Chica? What about me and Toy Chica? That's the real question. Nah. Lolbit and Yendo? There's some... Lolbit? Lolbit is a very popular ship character. Not my cup of tea, though. God, there's so many on here, my god. Mike and Fritz? No. But Mike and Jeremy... Jeremike, that's something. Plus, Mike might be Fritz, so I don't know. Put it bottom. Bernie Bear x Toy Chica. Now we're talking. Yeah, Party Hat, you're still here. Yeah, so true, Glitch. So true. Oh, Go Gadget, I was very confused about what your message was. I read the first half of it and was very confused. But you're talking about Vanessa being an Afton. Oh my god, God, I almost just... Yeah, I read the first half of your message, Go Gadget, and I was very confused what you were talking about. If Vanny has been... No. I think William gets spring-locked in 2015, and Vanessa is born before that. Mike is Fritz in the big 26. Look, I don't know. Mike being Fritz is one of those theories that I don't really have an opinion on. I can see him being Fritz, I can see him not being Fritz. Maybe, maybe not. I don't have an opinion on it, really. I just say he is, because that's what I've believed for a while, but if he's not, then that's fine. I don't have an opinion either way. Mrs. Afton and Henry? Okay, okay. I have seen people theorize that, like, Mrs. Afton did have an affair with Henry. That's why William's the way he is, which is crazy. Follow Me 2015? Yeah, you better respect that one. Just because the books have been debunked doesn't mean... Why I oughta. Mrs. Afton and Henry? I don't know. No, Glitch, that's insane, that's insane. Yeah, no, I did used to think it was 1995 too. Purely because of the books, and it, you know, being a decade after the missing children incident. Good thematic parallels. So, I respect 95. Because that's what I believed for a while, too. So, I get that. Yes, this is just a stream where we rank Fnaf ships. Maybe at the end we'll do which games would be books. Because I do really like that idea. I don't know. Cool idea for, like, an AU, having Mrs. Afton and Henry, but not, very much not the case. Bernie Bear X Springtrap. How about Party Hat X Springtrap, huh? Toy Chica and Toy Freddy? Nah. Vanessa and Monty? No. What'd you miss? Well, we just did rankings. Right now we have Oswald's mom and dad, Bonnie and Freddie, Anna and Daniel, Mrs. Afton and Mrs. Emily, and William and Spring Bonnie in S tier. Everyone else has been kinda mid. Vanessa and Tape Girl? Nah. Again, lack of interaction. Now you know my pain. Yeah. Where did I put that? No, right there. Vanessa and William is weird because that's his daughter in the movies and probably the games, so... Springtrap and Matt Pat. Yes, that... Oh my god. That's you know what? You know what? You know what? Because you... Go Gadget, because you reminded me of the existence of this image, I'm adding this because of you. I'm adding this into the tier list because of you. Oh, it's a web file. Damn it. I'm throwing this in here. Everyone, you can thank Go Gadget for this being included in here. If I can find a JPEG, there we go. Nope, did not want to hit that. Nope, I don't want to save that. I don't want to download this yet. We're not done yet. We're not done. We're getting peak in here. Let me choose a file to add. Thank you. Guys. Where is it? What? No, those are my files. My files. What screen are we on? I'm very confused. Where did my file go? Okay, there we go. Jesus. Look what we have now. Also, let me make sure. Did that save? I don't want to download this yet. We're not done. One sec. Okay, we're good. I think. I hope. I don't know. Whatever just happened, happened. We're back. Now we have peak. Clash Royale laugh. Alright, this is another incest one. We don't... Alright, Glitch, I need your opinion on this, because I know Vanny and Lewis, or Vanessa and Lewis. I know. We had a brief conversation about this. If Vanessa wasn't, you know, completely uninterested in Lewis, and if Lewis wasn't a creep, maybe they could get cupcakes together and a cup of coffee. Party Hat, you've been shipped before? This is the worst Bernie Bear stream I've ever seen, and you're enduring every second of it. Every second. Every millisecond you're enduring. Every second. Every second. Canonically, no. Okay, I can see it. Thank you for your input. Yeah, we'll put it bottom. What are you talking about? A grape? What? Party Hat. What do you mean you've been shipped? What? Michael and Chica Bro? No. Come on, we all know which one's gonna get shipped with Michael. Mike and Springtrap? Nope. Michael Afton, ex Bonnie Bro, ex Chica Bro, ex Freddy Bro. Okay. There. Okay, calm down. William and Jeremy? No. Monty and Gregory? No. In fact, I'm gonna move. No, okay, never mind. Mike is Springtrap. Heh. Someone hasn't watched Fnafism's Debunked Fnaf Theories video. Faz Chair X Party Table. X Party Hat. Mike and Vanny, no. Michael X William X Henry. No. William and Cassidy, no. Golden Freddy and the Puppet? No. Vanessa and Michael? Nope, that might be his sister. Gregory X Son? No. Okay, now we're getting into the weird ones. Movie 3. Yeah, bro did not like the second movie, I'll say that. Vanessa and Vanny are the same person. No. Because, I mean, they're the same person, so I don't... Also, the garbage truck's outside. Foxy and Glamrock Bonnie? No. Ennard and Yendo? No. Jeremy and Susie? No. Where did we put the other ones? Oh, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw them all there. Self-love. Yeah. It's important to love yourself. Maybe not like this, though. Ballora and Monty? Like, who is shipping Ballora and Monty? Who is shipping her with Monty, huh? Who's shipping her with Monty? Oops, I just dropped her. Well, I killed Vanny. Like, who's shipping this? Bernie drops his video? No. Bernie spills his favorite chips? Yeah. Look, hey. Video editing is hard, man. It's so hard to sit at a table all day and click buttons. Oh, that's so hard. It's so hard. It is wild. Yeah, this is a wild tier list. Dreadbear X Glitch Trap? No. Especially if you believe the theory that, like, Dreadbear is M1 and Glitch Trap is M2, then that's weird. What? Glitch, I completely misinterpreted your reply to my comment. I thought it was talking about something else, but it wasn't. But it also might have been. I don't know. I was also very tired yesterday. Party Hat's Revenge. Leave Dreadbear alone, yeah. Clicking buttons is difficult, Moon. And typing and listening to audio, it's just so hard. So hard. Elizabeth and Cassidy, again, anything where Elizabeth would be friends with the missing children incident victims is just probably wrong. Shadow Bonnie x Shadow Freddy. Dreadbear being M1. Glitch, I'll have you know. You know what? Since you're here, I don't think you were around when we did this, but a long time ago stream, I created this page, a user blog on the Fnaf Theories wiki. F10 antivirus. The theory that the princess is Dreadbear. The princess, Dreadbear, and Golden Freddy are M1. This folk knows game. I still want to make a video on this. Yeah. And again, a lot of the evidence for it isn't really evidence per se. It's more so just... Also, we are on desktop view. It's more so like... Just, you know, similarities. But hey. No, I don't make pages. I don't make pages. This is technically a page, but this is a blog. It's a user blog. I'm not cool enough to make an actual page. They don't trust me. You know, isn't it like... I read on, like, the rules for the Fnaf Theories wiki. You have to... In order to pose a new theory page, you have to first make it a user blog. And then, I think, like, if it's popular enough, they turn it into, like, an actual theory page. No one picked up F10 antivirus. They're not ready. They're not ready for this, but your kids are gonna love it. You made Fredbear Singing Show 70s and Tiger Agony's pages, really? Oh, thank you, Moon. It is... I won't lie. F10 antivirus is a bit of a stretch, and it's very complicated. But, you know, I like it, and I really should make a video on it. Yeah, Glitch, you make actual pages. This is just a blog page. Still, I do like this. I am proud of it. You know, if once we're done with the tier list, I'd love to go through this with you guys and just get your thoughts on it. Maybe, I don't know. Back to the important stuff. Ballora and the puppet. No. This is a very weird one. No, I don't even want to say that out loud. Gregory and Moon. No. Because Gregory's a child. Bonnie and Toy Chica? No. Beer Care? What? I'm assuming it's William Alcoholic. Yeah. Beer Care... It's articles in need of cleanup. The theory that William Afton was a raging alcoholic throughout the entire series and cared more for his drinking than any of his family or work. Why does that have so much evidence? My god. My god. Pit Bonnie and Nightmare being this... You know, I do think Nightmare is Shadow Freddy. Pit Bonnie, I think, is just... I don't know. Ask Matt Pat. Funtime Foxy and Lolbit, that's... You know, I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it. Beer Care. Henry and Phone Guy, no. Leave Ralph alone. Mike and... Ballora and Baby, no. Again, a lot of these ships are just mid. Ballora and Springtrap, okay. Okay, now if Springtrap is William and Ballora represents Mrs. Afton, maybe. But, you know, still... still. Ask Matt Pat. Hey, Matt Pat, what do you... Vanessa... Glitch Trap and Vanny? See, this is what we were talking about earlier. Like, this would be a very, like, controlling relationship. It already is. You know. Reluctant follower and all that, so, you know. William and Vanny, again, that's his daughter. Henry and Springtrap. Fnaf 3, Trust. We've not gotten William and Henry yet, like, on their own, have we? We haven't gotten to them yet. Are they on here? There it is, okay. Michael and Bonnie, bro. Okay, Michael and Bonnie, bro. Maybe. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Sun and Roxy, again, not seeing a single person ship that. Elizabeth and Susie, again, no. Freddie and Michael Afton. Don't know about that one. Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica? No. Again, Toy Chica is mine, so... Glamrock Freddy and Moon. Again, Kalengoff. Bonnie and Toy... Okay, again, a lot of these are just mid. Oh, I'm having a blast, Party Hat. Time of my life. Not regretting this at all. Michael and Ralph? No. Hey, is this a duplicate? Hey, we found a duplicate. We found a duplicate. Everyone point and laugh at the tier list. Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica are on here twice. Ship's so good it has to be twice. Crying Child and Charlie? No. Glamrock Chica and Freddy? No. Freddy is Bonnie's. Come on, guys. Freddy and Roxy? I can see that more than Chica, but no. Jeremy Fitzgerald and Phone Guy? No. Okay. This is... Alright. I just knocked something off my desk. William X, Edwin B. Wilwin or Edium? I like Edium. I like Edium. Where did that go? Alright. I said I would have... Pause the music for this. I said I would have thoughts on Edwin and Fiona. I was thinking about this, you know, because I saw that earlier when I was going through the tier list, and I wanted to, you know, I saw that and I was like, I do have thoughts, because, you know, this is a debate I see often on Twitter. Did Edwin really love Fiona? I think it was like a Fnaf Confessions posted it, and it got pretty, you know, it got pretty, not controversial, but you know how Fnaf community on Twitter is. Feminist Bernie, here we come. I do think Edwin loved Fiona for Fiona. Fiona, to me, Edwin, you know, often this debate boils down to, did Edwin love Fiona for the role she played in his life? The mother, the MCM employee, the wife? Or did he love Fiona for the woman, you know, who, I don't know, made puppets, who could make David laugh, who, you know, that side of her, the emotions, that kind of stuff. I saw a lot of people say Edwin only cared for Fiona because of who she represented and what she did in his life. To me, that is a very crude misunderstanding of Edwin's character. I'm not saying he's not misogynistic. It was the 70s. Obviously, that's a big reason why he did like Fiona. And, you know, I'm not saying he wasn't misogynistic. Obviously, he was. It was the 70s. But to outright say Edwin didn't love Fiona because of Fiona, not what she did or who she represented, but to say that Edwin didn't love Fiona because of herself, of who she was, that's a very... I don't like that take. To me, that completely misses the point of Edwin and Fiona and M1 and M2. That completely misses the point of the story. Edwin's whole thing is that he's so busy in his work that he does only care about what Fiona represents and what she does for the company and for his family. That's the point. Edwin is so involved in his work, he doesn't see her as a human anymore. He used to, but he doesn't anymore because he's just so focused on MCM. It's only once Fiona is gone and Edwin builds M1 and tries to replicate Fiona. M1 can only mimic the role Fiona played, the mother, the caregiver. She doesn't have the same love, the same tenderness, the same emotions that the real Fiona did. Edwin realizes this. That's why he gets angry and says, "No, I'm done." Because he realizes M1 isn't Fiona. He realizes it too late, but he realizes he loves Fiona for Fiona. That's why M1 doesn't work. Not because it's, bad at its... I mean, it is bad at its job, kind of. Because M1 isn't Fiona. Edwin loves Fiona. Plain and simple. I don't understand how people don't see that. They think that's... they think... yeah, his whole thing is that he takes Fiona for granted, and it's only once she's gone that he realizes, oh my god, the woman I loved, the person I loved, not the role I loved, that's when he realizes, oh my god, I was wrong.